Hello everyone and welcome to TPG Reviews. Let's talk about RuPaul. That's what we're here to talk about. RuPaul's All-Star Drag Race 3. So anyway, this was a really good episode. I was actually telling my roommate that I'm really enjoying watching this season of RuPaul. I'm just loving it. But let's talk a little bit. First of all, the judges were Jeffrey Bauer Chapman and Constance Zimmer. I'm sorry. They were the judges this week, the guest judges, along with Ross Matthews and Michelle Visage and RuPaul. So the episode was basically a spoof of The Bachelor called The Bitchlor. And what happened is RuPaul put them in groups of two and assigned them a certain type of girl to be. And Jeffrey Bauer Chapman was supposed to be the guy that they were going to be going on a date with. So basically it started off and it was hysterically funny because I think he paired up some of the best. The first pairing was Bibi Zahara, and she played an African princess virgin, which was absolutely hysterical. She was so funny in her portrayal of this, just the way she did it and the little giggles and the cute little things that she did to come across as a virginal princess from Africa, including wearing the African clothing and doing some of the African traditions, like, bowing to the man and stuff. And of course, my girl, Ben de la Creme, was cast as the cougar, and he was fabulous, had the low-cut top, he was drinking, just acted like a nasty cougar woman. It was hysterical. He had Shangela and Chi-Chi DeVane cast as the polyamorous couple who was looking for a baby daddy, and Shangela played it as kind of the butch lesbian, and Chi-Chi tried to play it as the feminine lesbian. He also then had Aja paired with Kennedy Davenport, and oh my gosh, Aja was supposed to be the needy girl. Didn't come off quite like that. She was really whiny, but we'll get to some of that in a minute. And Kennedy was cast as the party girl. Now, Kennedy is, I said she's not my favorite. However, she was hysterical. She had these funny teeth in, she had big boobs, big butt, just hysterical. And then he cast Trixie Mattel, my girl Trixie, along with Milk. And Milk was supposed to be like the psychotic stalker, and Trixie was supposed to be the fake girl. And that was the pairings that they did. And let's talk about these pairings for a minute. So, all right, as I said, Bibi and Bendela were perfect together. Their pairings were funny. They were hysterical. When it was time for Trixie and Milk, Milk was so big, he kept talking over top of Trixie. Trixie barely got any lines in. Even after Michelle Visage had warned them, do not talk over each other, Milk continued to do so. So it kind of made me feel bad for Trixie because Trixie didn't really get to say much, but when she did, she nailed it. Like, she had the whole character down. In Kennedy and Aja scene, Kennedy stole it completely. Kennedy was hysterical. She was one of my favorites of the night. She was funny. Like I said, she had the big boobs, the big butt, the teeth. She was pulling liquor out of her vajayjay. She was just funny. Just some of the things she was doing and saying were absolutely hysterical. Aja, I did not like her. I thought she was very weak. I did not at all like her performance at all. I thought she was boring. She didn't understand needy. She was crying all the time and being more whiny, spoiled brat versus being needy. She just didn't get it. And Shangela and Chi-Chi paired together. Shangela is so strong. Shangela is an amazing actor. She's an amazing actress in real life. He is a great performer and actor and does a lot of acting. So, of course, it was very hard to pair Chi-Chi, who has very little experience. And I kind of thought that Chi-Chi would play off of Shangela. It didn't work. Shangela kept trying to throw bones to Chi-Chi, and Chi-Chi was not catching them bones. It was like that dog you keep throwing them to, and the dog just kind of stops and looks at you because it's too damn lazy to walk. That's how I felt about Chi-Chi's performance. She had one really great line, and that was it. On the runway, their looks were called wig under wig under wig, and they had some really cool looks. There was some really amazing looks. Trixie's look was really good. Kennedy's was phenomenal. Aja's was amazing. Bibi Zahara's was good. Milk's was good. I thought everybody was really good in that part. So it got down to where RuPaul decided to pick, the group, and he first says that Shangela and Bibi Zahara are safe, which I agreed with. I did agree with it, but I thought Shangela and Bibi both were really good, and I just wish the judges would have at least said, hey, you guys did a really great job, because they were so good in what they and funny that I do believe that they deserved a little bit of at least recognition other than just being safe. And you could kind of see that in both their faces, and I kind of felt a little bad for them. Then he announced the rest of them to stay, and they kind of critiqued them. And basically, the next thing that happened, Trixie Mattel was told she was safe, and they told her how good she did, and this, that, and the other, and how nice she looked. But they felt that she was really overshadowed by Milk. So they then decided to pick the winners, and the winners were Ben de la Creme, winning his the third one in a row, and Kennedy Davenport. Did I agree with this? Yes, I did. I thought Ben de la Creme and Kennedy had me about to fall out of my chair. I was so proud of Kennedy because, last year she did the Snatch Game. She played a Little Richard, and she was hysterical. So I was glad to see her get to play a little bit of her comedy side. I really enjoyed that. Bendela was just funny as the cougar. So anyway, they had to go backstage and they were talking, and Milk, of course, had a meltdown like he always does and was saying he should be in the top. And Trixie was a little disappointed that she wasn't in the top, and basically she was told by some of the girls that they believe had Milk not really talked over her the whole time that she probably would have been in the top. They're asked if they want to meet with him. Kennedy says, no, I'm just going to make my decision professionally based on a bunch of things. Ben de la Creme takes the three of them, talks to each one of them, finds out his differences. And we find out that Chi-Chi's kind of feeling a little insecure, like she doesn't really want to be there. So they pick who they do, and they lip sync this song by Lorde. And I actually felt, of all the lip syncs, it was a weak song to give because there wasn't a lot to do to the song. However, because of the weirdness of the song, I thought that Kennedy did a really good job because she kind of stood there and did more hand gestures and kind of more facial stuff, where Ben did a little bit of acting. Ben, I do feel like sometimes has given up the lip sync. I think after the first week, he really was so upset to make the decision of who had to go home that he just doesn't want to do it anymore as far as make the decision. He's already won. He's already done the category, so he's not going to go home, so it doesn't really affect anything. But anyway, Kennedy rightfully won the lip sync and was asked who she chose to go home. And of course, I knew this because earlier in the episode, she'd had a feud with someone, and this person kind of insulted her and had yet to speak to her or to apologize, and that person was Milk. So in my heart, I kind of knew that's what she was going to do, and I was right. She sent Milk home. Milk got upset, whatever. You see the whole thing at the end where you think one of the queens is coming back, blah, 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 blah. Did I think Milk deserved to go home? No, not really over Chi-Chi, because Chi-Chi's been in the bottom, and I'm just afraid it's going to be another version of Roxy where people keep getting help. But Milk did deserve to be in the bottom three. Milk is very whiny, though, and is a little more convinced that he's better in some ways that he shouldn't be. So his going home didn't really upset me. However, I know they're probably going to bring a queen back because they did that every year. So we'll kind of see what happens next week. They're going to do the Snatch Game, and I'm really curious to see who's going to play who on the Snatch Game. But anyway, that's RuPaul for this week. I hope that you guys liked it. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, please try to watch it. It comes on Thursday nights on VH1. Thank you so much for tuning in to TPG's World. I hope you like my reviews. If you do, give me a thumbs up. If you leave me a comment, I'll be happy to read it. Any suggestions on my reviews or any questions, please feel free to leave them. Also, make sure you hit that red button in the middle there, and make sure you ring that bell. Okay, guys, talk to you later. In the words of Alaska, bye!